Giving $1,000 in the giveaway today, but more importantly, we're talking a 7-day series, free training that I'm doing on how to be a black belt in sales and closing deals. Now, we're going to start out this $1,000 giveaway with a simple question for you. $100 to the first person I see that answers this correctly. There's a book that I like called The Self-Made Billionaire Effect. It's by, I think, a couple CPAs, accountants. And they said that they did the research on the wealthiest people in the world, and 60 to 70% of them all started in one thing. What is that thing for $100? This is like Survey Says, Jeopardy, or wait, Survey Says is The Price is Right. Who has the correct answer?
Family Feud is Survey Says.
Somebody said it's lagging now. There, I see it. All right, the first person I see on Instagram, it's Sly Bro, or it's Sly T Bro, ITSLY T Bro. I screenshotted it there. $100. So the answer is 60, according to research done in this book that I like, Self-Made Billionaire Effect. They studied the wealthiest self-made people, not the people who inherited money. 60 to 70% of them started in sales. So if you want to know why you should pay attention to today's training as well as, you know, this 7-day training I'm doing, it's simple. You learn this stuff is the most correlated, whether it's fully causative is another question. It's correlated the most of any activity that you can engage in for wealth creation. How are we on our sound? Are we good? Everything? Let's just...
If it keeps pausing, just put it on LTE. It's the only thing we can do.
Instagram seems to be working for me.
Okay.
Super lag. Oh, you might want to put it on LTE.
Okay.
I'm watching it here. So let's just think about it this way. Think of all the things growing up people tell you you need in order to be financially independent. They tell you things like, you know, a degree. Some people are going to tell you on a little bar graph, like a degree is the most important thing. Other people are going to tell you your daily routine is the most important thing. Other people are going to say it's your networking skills. Other people are going to say it's your daily habits. There's a lot of things, people. Other people are going to say it's how hard you work. Working hard, right? Hard work. But if you notice, these aren't really backed up. Now, just to be clear, it is true that all of these are important things. I'm not so sure about college degree, but your daily routine, your ability to network, habits, ability to turn on and off hard work, those are important, but nothing is close to what we're talking about right here. Okay? Somebody said right here, hard work. Yeah, it's just the science doesn't back that up. Like the actual evidence doesn't back this up. Somebody said, Ty, can you explain Jordan Belfort's Sell Me This Pen? So Jordan Belfort, Wolf of Wall Street, that's in that movie where he's like, sell me this pen. So I've become friends with him over the last couple years, and I've asked him, you know, this kind of thing, this pen question. I'll tell you, everybody has their different take on what is important, but I'm going to tell you this right now. Rockefeller, right? Rockefeller was the richest man in history so far. Rockefeller, right? He was worth in today's dollars $600 billion if you adjusted for inflation. Now, if you actually read about him, one of the things that he did was master sales. He would be in a small room. Here's him. There'd be 3 or 4 people sitting around, you know, and he had the ability, this guy only has one leg, they had the ability to negotiate that deal in a way that everybody was happy. And of course, Rockefeller ended up making $600 billion as a product of all of those negotiations he did. Someone said, the hell is that handwriting, brah? Well, one thing that wealth creation is not correlated with, good handwriting. So I try to focus on the things that are important. Okay. $100 for today's game show. Live streaming, Facebook, YouTube. The question is, what year was Rockefeller born? Just so you know, you got to know a little history so you know the time frame. I'm going to look it up to make sure I know. I think I know that. And I'm talking about Rockefeller Sr. Okay? There's a few Rockefellers. I'm talking about John D. John D, baby. What year was he born? Let's go. Who knows? What year was he born? $100. How come people don't just Google it? People are giving wrong answers. I guess they don't have, I guess they're using their phone for this. I'm going to look around. Whoever I see when I turn back around on Insta, YouTube, Facebook, or Twitter. We need something. What's Zach? What can we say instead of survey says? We need something that's unique to us. Live stream says?
Say,
How about live stream says, man? That's like a modern world one. Why do I have the door open? Is that just for air?
Yeah,
Yeah.
are you warm?
Okay. No, fine. And the live stream says for $100. Boom. I'm looking right here. Twitter. Nush_F. 1839. Nush_F. Damn, YouTube goes crazy. YouTube's like a hyperactive thing. Woo! Don't worry if you didn't win. $100. All right, let's just do it this way. For the second $100, teach you a little financial history they didn't teach you in school. What year did Rockefeller die? So you know the general time. You know he went through the Depression towards the end of his life. What year did he die? Let's go. Here we go. No, that's when he was born. Blessed_baller on YouTube, 1937, right here. You see Blessed_BLLRR, 1937. So this man lived,
What's the email?
he was in his Blessed Baller on YouTube. You got to give your email, your Cash App, or your PayPal, or else we can't get you the money. YouTube direct messaging is crap. I don't know why. Why doesn't YouTube just come up with direct messaging? How hard of a feature? It's like Snapchat was just copied by Instagram. How rocket science could it be for Google to add direct? Maybe they don't want to have direct messaging. I feel like it would help. Survey live stream says 1937. Okay. By the way, just let me throw this out to you. Right now, see, I've been in the game. People don't realize that I've been moving in silence for a long time. People see me on social media. They're like, who's this new entrepreneur? I started when I was still a teenager with my first business. And so I started in 2001, 2002 online. So I've been in the online game almost as long as anybody. Not as long as Jeff Bezos, obviously. He started in 94. But I've been in it for a while. And I've never seen a time like we're in right now. Like, man, if you could be 18 right now. Who here is 18 right now? Because the opportunities, every tool that you need exists that Rockefeller didn't have. Now, Rockefeller did have some things. He lived through some great opportunities. There was a recession in the U.S. in the late 1890s. He made a lot of money in that time. A lot of people born in the 1840s to 50s made a lot of money because specifically it was a great time to be born when you were in your prime. A lot of people born in the late 40s, early 50s made a lot of money. People like Bill Gates. You see this whole generation, Steve Jobs and stuff, because they came around right when a big era began, which is the personal computing era. Right now, we live, I mean, I don't know if you saw my Snapchat, but talking about sales, I'm at this conference today, Traffic and Conversion, and there's thousands and tens of thousands of people here. And people come up to me and they're like, what's the best thing I can do? There was all these people who've been in my agencies. One guy been in my social media marketing agency since 2016, making $25,000 a month right now, gross, probably netting. I don't know, ask him. I'd guess 10 or 12,000. It's a pretty high profit margin business. Anyway, I'm going, you guys got everything. You don't have to commit to expensive office. You got WeWork. It doesn't cost you $150,000 to build a website like it cost Jeff Bezos in '94. You got ClickFunnels, you got Shopify, you have WordPress, you have Wix. I mean, there's like a million. Quick, you can build a website. You have Amazon store. You can sell on Amazon. Jeff Bezos charge you what, like $30 a month? So you have all that. Marketing. You don't have to drop millions on TV ads anymore. You can start with a $5 budget on Facebook ads. Another tool. So you guys, here's the thing. You right here, in terms of the timing of your life, you have, like I said, WeWork is a powerful tool because you don't have to commit to long-term contracts if you need an office. You can have a one-person office. There's a couple companies like WeWork, but we use WeWork. Secondly, and there's Regents or some other ones like that. You then have like Shopify. You also have Amazon that you could sell on. You have affiliate programs like ClickBank that you could just get paid if you could send some clicks over to people's offers here. You have, for hiring, you have Upwork. For collecting credit cards, it used to be hard. Remember back in 2006, 7, you had to get merchant accounts with banks, this, or use PayPal and they would cut you off. Now you have like Stripe. And there's a few others, Braintree, Stripe, all these simple plugins like that. What else? Customer support. Like I said, you got Upwork. It's very easy to do virtual assistants now. I mean, virtual assistant, I got my first virtual assistant probably like 2005 or something. But it's all here. Now, what I'm trying to tell you though, is the money that you're trying to make from all these things, you have to find the common hub for all these spokes. And that is sales and persuasion. You see, with all, you can have Shopify. Oh, I forgot social media. I forgot Facebook ads. Every tool that you need is right now. We're at a convergence moment. We're at a convergence moment very similar to what we had, or what Rockefeller had between 1839 and 37, right? So my question to you is, do you have, first of all, these spokes? Somebody wrote Pornhub.
Everyone's saying it.
What?
There's a bunch of people saying it.
That's because once one person says it, then people are like, ooh. let me. But that right there is the hidden key. And that, my friend, has not changed since Rockefeller's days. The same skills Rockefeller had, that's not going to ever change. That's not going to ever change. Okay? Somebody just wrote 1839. That competition's over, my friend. You'll be quick to the game. Ty, no one can read what you're writing. That's why I also say it. If you expect to get rich without paying money, then you won't get rich. Takes money to make money, they say, right? Was born 11/26. He was a Sagittarius? Ty, I'm with the Amazon Affiliate Associate Program of Domain and decided which program do you recommend. Ha! I just closed my Amazon group. A lot of you missed it. So I got that closed right now. Ty, what's your opinion on drop shipping? Yes, that's another tool in the arsenal. You know, you've got Alipay, Alibaba. If you live in Asia, you got this whole family of companies here, especially in Asia, but they also allow you to send things to the United States without holding the inventory here. Ty has doctor handwriting, but instead of the medical field, he's in business. Ty, should we watch a persuasion program? As a program I've had, it's a pretty expensive program. But that's what I said. I've launched a 7-day test group. I'm going to put the link below. For the next 7 days, I'm going to take a handful of people I'm gonna close it after 7 days. Like in the past, I've done 7-day closes, but in the 7 days, it's like a partial scholarship. This one's actually gonna close. So if you wanna get in this, I'll put a little link below. What is the link? TyLopez.com
It is tylepers.com/.
sales live.
It's just sales.
You can go right there. You got 7 days left. I'm putting this official notice. I'm gonna do a black belt system. I'm gonna take a handful of you, turn you into sales and closing and persuasion black belts with a special test group. I've never done this before, by the way. So this is gonna hold you together. I just want you to know, if you get in my social media marketing program, if you get on Amazon, if you are on Shopify, if you're at WeWork, Virtual Assistant, Stripe, Upwork, if you're an affiliate, but you don't have a black belt in sales, the game doesn't work right. What Rockefeller would do, he was so quick with his sales and negotiation, he could change the structure of the deal in a way that instantly he knew he was getting a good deal and they still felt like they were getting a good deal. That is hard. Let's talk about that for a second. So let's break down sales. There's really, and for those of you who get we're doing a 4-month certification. At the end, for those of you who get in the small paid test group, it's gonna be small because I'm only doing it for 7 days. I don't even know if I'll do it again for this whole year, but I'm gonna close it. This is the first time I've ever opened this. I'm gonna train you the same things I train my salespeople who work for me. I've been training salespeople in my own company since 2003 or 4. First person I started training was a guy named Justin Steinbach. He was actually one of my mentor's nephews. And he went on, he's an entrepreneur now to these days. We still talk. He lives in North Carolina. So that was kind of the first person I remember. I told him we were closing big deals back then, big financial deals. We worked with GE Financial. GE back then was the biggest company in the world, GE Capital. And I told him, Justin, you got to close a deal this way. And he wouldn't listen to me. He wouldn't listen to me. I started being trained in sales from Joel Salatin, my first mentor, when I was 19 years old. So I've been in sales for a long time, man, and I will tell you, there's levels to this game. Most people are white belts. Most people coming out of college are white belts. Most people definitely coming out of high school. I'm assuming your parents never told you. I've never met a parent who's like, yeah, I taught my kids how to close deals. No. Clayton James 671 says on Twitter, Ty, any real estate advice? Yeah, learn how to sell. All real estate is closing deals and negotiation and persuasion and sales. That's it. I had the other day, I just closed a real estate deal. I don't know if you saw, I posted on Snapchat. I posted like what's called the HUD, the closing statement, right, from the U.S. government. And anyway, I was closing out. It was a small deal. It was $750,000, 111 acres of real estate that's in the path of development. And when I was talking to people, the people selling it, they wanted a higher price. And the realtor, I told them, we can get this price better. I mean, we can get this thing for a better price. And the realtor was like, no, we're going to scare them off and all this. I said, listen to me. Listen to me. The way that you do this thing is we're going to come in with this offer. We came in with the offer. Sure enough, I got that thing for way cheaper. And I got it for what the real estate agent was like, it's impossible. You're just going to piss them off. I said, there's a way to have a conversation with people, persuade them over to your side without pissing them off. He didn't believe me. And, he was wrong. And now he understands that there's ways of doing this thing that you win at. Ty, I'm studying Than Merrill's great book, The Real Estate Wholesaling Bible. Than Merrill's a great sales guy. He launched a big real estate education company. He's done a lot of sales. One of the people who I want to be the only person teaching in the sales program on how to sell. Cole Hatter will be teaching some of the program over the 4 months. He's closed $100 million from the stage, right? I do stuff from live streams, internet, social media, but I also do one-on-one sales and started with cold calling and door-to-door. So we'll be talking, there's basically 4 phases that you've got to understand of sales, and they're very simple. how to open deals. There's an art to opening a deal. Obviously, how to close deals, right? I mean, this is a no-brainer. But third is how to read people, man. Reading people. This is so big. Like right there, that is the crux of how, sell me this pen. There is no one answer to sell somebody a pen. If you can read people, you are the king. And that's what Rockefeller was the king of, reading people. And then the fourth thing that you need to understand is what I call the ninja. There's a set of ninja techniques that you can't just encompass in one thing. And these are anywhere from, de-escalating negative situations. How do you de-escalate when somebody's freaking out or angry? That's a ninja thing. The 25 cognitive biases, which I've expanded into 34 cognitive biases. Scientists say there's 24 biases. I've been studying them for about 7 years, and I've expanded. I think they're missing about 9, so I think there's 24. Those are all ninja things. These are the 3 foundational, and then we go super deep with like extra stuff. So this can be like the difference between doing low ticket and high ticket, selling from the stage versus selling one-on-one versus selling on the phone versus selling on social media, live streams versus selling via email, selling, did I say door to door? Selling hard things like life insurance or car sales. There's ninja techniques that apply to each one of these. Josiah Neal said, I want this course. I'll tell you this, just like my Amazon course, which people thought I was joking when I said I'm gonna close it, it's closed. People were like writing in, like begging, like, yo, I wanna get in. And we're not even if people come to me with money, we're just turning them away. Because I told everybody, get in or I'm closing this. And so this is the same thing. Ty, can you get girls with this technique? So can a person use this in their dating life? I mean, sure. All of life. In fact, I'm going to tell you this. You can use this for health. If you're out of shape, you have to sell yourself. You have to open a deal, which is like open your mind to going, all right, I need to be working out. A lot of people do that, but they don't close the deal because they don't know how to read themselves and they don't have ninja techniques. These 4 things apply to everything. A lot of people are lonely out there in the world. A lot of people can't get a girl or a guy, or a lot of people can't find, they're lonely. I live in New York City. I live in the biggest cities in the world. New York City, Miami, London, Los Angeles. Same thing. You see people that are bored with life, that are depressed because they don't know that you even have to sell yourself to yourself. I'm not even talking about selling yourself to other people, man. Quid pro quo, somebody wrote. Ty, when is Berkshire Hathaway meeting? I believe it's the 4th, isn't it? Okay. Hey, Rick, come here for 1 second. Chris Lucia said, people can't get a girl because they are weak inside. This one? Tell Frankie that.
Okay.
I don't know that people can't get a girl necessarily because they're weak. Don't oversimplify stuff. I would say people can't do it because they were never trained. How about that? You got to be trained. How's the book Sell or Be Sold? There's lots of books out there. I'm going to teach you, look, I'm going to teach you online sales. I'm going to teach you offline sales. I'm going to teach you phone sales. Teach you selling from the stage. Like I said, Cole Hatter is going to teach a module on selling from the stage. He sold 100 million in the last few years from the stage. 100 mil plus. I think it's even more than that now. Okay, that's pretty good. Is this course a great addition for SMMA? All of you in the agency programs, you should consider getting in this test group, because the number one issue people or concern people have is if I start an agency, will I be able to get clients? I'm like, yeah. MLM, if you're in a multi-level marketing program, if you're in a network, I know a lot of people in network marketing follow me. You definitely want to do this. Look, network marketing can work really well or really horribly. I never really did network marketing. I think I tried it once for a week back in like 2004 when I lived in North Carolina. And then I was doing other stuff, so I just didn't have time for it. But those of you who are in network marketing is only sales skills. Those of you who have a 9-to-5 job, you want to get a raise, you want to get a promotion, that's sales. So, Ty, this sounds like a good course. I think it will be, and it's something people, I'm only doing this course because I did a Twitter poll, and people were like, this is the one that I want people said, Ty, this is the one I want you to do. It won the Twitter poll. Ty, what's your opinion on Amway and network marketing? I just told you, you can make money in network marketing if you know sales. If not, you're wasting your time, basically. Ty, you have any plans to come to Mexico? D3 fan page. Ty, I bought SMMA 2.0 and love it. Sweet. Ty, when are you coming to Stockholm, Sweden? I'm in all 3 of your programs, doing very well. Fernando. You know, it's funny you say that. I'm opening offices slowly but surely in 33 countries. Targeted 33. We're not in all 33 yet. Right now, we're in only 1, 2. We're in the US, multiple places. Canada, London, the UK, China, Pakistan, India, Philippines. I'm missing a few, but we're open. We're going to 33 countries. By the way, we're hiring, but only for a select group of people. So I have a link on my website if you want to. We have a hiring quiz that will basically see if you got what it takes to come work for us. Ty, did anyone buy the credit program? Absolutely. Absolutely. We got people in all my programs. I have 280,000 people in my paid programs. Some people at one point thought it was a scam. Maybe on my first couple thousand, people were like, this isn't going to work on people. But I've now been doing this. I think I launched my first online course in either 2013, for sure in 2014. But I had one before the 67 steps. So we're going on 6-7 years here. And, 100 million plus have watched the free training like this. But 250,000 have gone through the paid stuff. Maybe a little more, but yeah. How long will the sales deal be up? 7 days. If you click the link that we put or the link below, you'll see all the, you should go check out that page. Bookmark that page. Where can we take the quiz to work for you? It's on, is it on tylopez.com, Rick? The jobs, the hiring quiz.
It's just in the footer. Careers is in the footer.
Yeah, if you go to tylopez.com and scroll to the very bottom in the footer, it said careers. Okay. Open one in Africa. One day I'm going to open one in Africa. We're going slowly but surely. We're moving around all the continents. Oh, Australia we're going to. South America. Do a day in the life vid, Ty. I've done some of those day in the life. Okay, let's give out $100. Here. Let's do $100. Ty, I wonder if you'll read this. Ty, when are you posting the rest of the lessons in Amazon Blueprint? Oh, don't worry, they're coming. They're coming. We've got like 7 new teachers flying in. If you're in the same with the e-com program, we got people coming. Isn't there someone just recorded today or tomorrow for the e-com, right?
Tomorrow Amazon Blueprint.
Tomorrow Amazon.
Yeah.
Yeah, we got tons of teachers coming in. Ty, do you like white women? These questions are great. Ty, when you coming to Trinidad and Tobago? Ty, I'm in your 12 Foundations program. Ty, will this be helpful to sell life insurance? Believe it or not, I started, well, it wasn't my first business. My first business was a food business. Second business was life insurance. Actually, second was health insurance. Third was life insurance. If you could sell life insurance, you could sell anything. I think people go, oh, Ty, you're really good at selling stuff. And I go, that's because I started with the hardest thing. It's kind of like this. If you set someone down, they never worked out, and you go start with 500-pound bench press, and if you could survive that, you can be strong in the gym for the rest of your life. I didn't even know life insurance was hard because I had never sold anything. I was like naive. I was like, da da da. Someone goes, here, Ty, here's what I want you to sell. I want you to call people who don't know you. I want you to say to them, hey, do you want to spend money so that when you die, someone else gets a benefit? You get nothing while you're alive. Nothing alive. But when you die, a whole bunch of other people get benefit. Do you want to give your money to that right now? And I just was like, oh yeah, okay, I'll do that. And I did that and sold a lot of life insurance. Hundreds of millions of dollars worth of life insurance. Face value, they call it. And so yeah. Ty, best book you've read? Best book I've read ever. Probably Civilization and Its Discontents by Sigmund Freud. Ty, I bought your SMMA program. I'm only 20 years old. I'm making $10,000 a month. I just quit my job a few days ago. DJ Gordon. I hear that a lot, man. It's crazy. Today, if you go on my Snapchat, just all these people coming up to me at this conference going, dude, you changed my life, making $25,000. I tell them, I didn't really change your life. You changed your life. But I'm glad I was maybe a catalyst or something. Ty, I see you shining, brother. Ty, Chad Jacob Hernan says, I love you, Ty. Alexander Weeds says, yikes. Stacks Washington said, Ty, I joined your Amazon program. I'm super eager. Can't wait to change my tax bracket. Nicholas said, Ty, I have a short attention span. Can I sell with a short attention span? I mean, how short are we talking here? Are we talking goldfish short? Goldfish has a 6-second attention span. He's not listening anymore. He fell asleep. His comments, it's offline. He asked the question, are you like, it's kind of like narcolepsy, but attention epilepsy. Greetings from Norway, Mats Revler said. Hello. Okay, can dumb people do this? Yep. Dumb people can open deals. You know, there was this girl that I knew a couple years ago. She came over with some friends that I knew. She was a friend of a friend. She's playing basketball. She's like 23 or something. She goes, I'm making $18,000 a month. She's living in Hollywood. I go, how are you making $18,000 a month? She's like, car sales. My low months, I make $18,000. She was pretty, and she was a good salesperson. Sometimes women go, Ty, how do I get taken seriously? Well, I'm like, you know what? If you're good looking, might as well run with it. It's just like Angelina Jolie did not become an accountant behind the door. She's like, God blessed me with looks. I'm making money off these looks. Same with Brad Pitt. So I would say sales can work for people that are ugly too. I mean, I'm not a model. I did great in sales. I don't think looks are necessary, but for certain things like car sales, it would definitely, when you're doing phone, if you're ugly, do phone sales. That's what I did. No one cared. If you're good looking, go door to door. Go to car sales. Do something where you interact. I get women that are in the program. Ty, can Christians do this? Can Christians sell? I feel like yes. I feel like if you look at Christianity, people sold, at one point there was this many Christians, there was that many on the planet. And the idea went viral, you could say. Same with Islam, same with Buddhism, these things. Whenever you meet somebody that says, Ty, this person doesn't sell, you should follow. I'm like, what are you, dumb? Are you dumb? That's what I want to say. You think, when are you not being sold something? That's what people don't understand. Your parents sold you something. They sold you an ideology. They sold you a cultural norms. I'm reading a book by one of my mentors, a textbook from Harvard called Personality. I forget what it is, Personality Inventory, but it's a big textbook, and there's something called evoked culture. Evoked culture means you're not born with it. You're sold on it. It's funny that I was reading. I didn't even plan on this. I just thought of it now. Evoked culture basically means we're born with some instincts, like a little baby naturally is afraid of falling. A little baby naturally closes up its hands, all this stuff. We're naturally maybe afraid of snakes, some people say. But evoked culture makes people different. Meaning, if you're born in Stalin-era Russia, you learn to be very suspicious. If you're born in, Sweden at the same time, very similar regions of the world, Swedish people were much more, well, we'll say they were less traumatized by Stalin, right? So they were a little bit happier than you see in Eastern Europe. That's evoked culture, meaning They were sold something in Russia. They were sold a worldview. And everything's sales. Even biology is selling you on something. My friend says to me, he goes, I don't know why people have kids. He says, I think they're brainwashed by their genes. I say they're not brainwashed by their genes, but they are sold. We are sold something by our genes. You know? Somebody said, how much is the Amazon course? Don't worry about it. You missed it. It's closed. Boom. Done. Can't get in. Sandra said, I found you on YouTube 2 years ago. So far, you've been my best mentor. Remember, don't just have one mentor, not just me, you know, have multiple people. Ty, speaking of good looks, who is a pretty lady with a beautiful smile and gorgeous eyes with you that said she was smoking weed and super high? That's a very long Are you smoking something else while you're writing that? That was like one of those no commas, no. That was Kim. You're talking about on my Instagram? Okay. Let's talk about more about sales. So there's 4. Now let's break these down further. You have the opening of the deals, the closing of the deals, reading people, and then advanced ninja techniques. I'll just put advanced. That hold all 3 of these together. There's only really 3 core parts of sales. And then everything else is the adjustment to whether you're only on the phone, whether it's a high ticket item, a low ticket item, whether you're selling on live streams, all this stuff. By the way I sell on live streams has never been done before. As far as I know, I'm pretty much the only person in the world doing this at scale. There's some other people doing it, but some of my live calls get 100 to 500,000 people in 24 hours on them. So I don't know if anybody, I realized the power of the internet when I was doing like playing basketball place in LA. And I'm just playing basketball and I look at the stats and we're like competing. I think Shark Tank back then was getting like 800,000 to 1 million people in 24 hours, and I got like 500,000, and I didn't advertise it. I just was playing basketball, talking about investment deals, and I was going, the Lakers Stadium holds 18,000 people. I have 500,000 people on. That means I just sold out 25 stadiums while I'm in my backyard. Like that's one of the things you're gonna get in this program that doesn't exist anywhere. I'm on the cutting edge of a lot of stuff. Not everything. There's other people on the cutting edge. But you're going to see stuff, you're going to learn stuff that you can't learn anywhere else, you know? So, Ty, help me help you. Have you seen The Wolf of Wall Street, the movie? Yes. Ty, thanks for the authenticity. Who else does this kind of stuff? I don't know. Ty, between you, Russell Brunson, Grant Cardone, I'll be golden. Yeah, there's lots of people teaching sales, by the way, that are good. Wolf of Wall Street, Jordan Belfort knows a lot about sales. Grant Cardone knows a lot about sales, but I will tell you, nobody has a monopoly. I know about sales, and I got the numbers to back them up. My business partner knows about sales. We know about online. Me and Alex combined have done 1 billion in online sales. That's a big B. There ain't many people keeping up with that. 1 billion. We've also spent 500 million on our businesses, YouTube, Facebook, Instagram, ads. That's also something not many people have done. That's sales too. People lie, but numbers don't. Now there's other people who have done more than us in other areas, but yeah. And I look at, I'm gonna tell you one thing that I do differently. Let's go to number 3, which is reading people. No one else, and I think I'm not sure why, but maybe it's my mentors, maybe it's my personality makeup. I'm an ENTP. If you look at Myers-Briggs, which are people that are very much focused on kind of reading people, you know? Hold on one second. I think a lot of sales systems make the mistake of just telling you there's one way to sell. There's not. At best, there's 4 ways to sell. There's a PASE. This is a system I actually created. Okay, the PACE system. I invented this based off what I learned from some of the top scientists in the world who mentored me. So this is not like a pop culture kind of thing. This is actually rooted and grounded in real science. And it's rooted on something called psychometrics. But P stands for practical. You have practical people. and they need a different style. You have action-based people. They need their own way. Social and emotional. It's a very simple archetype, but it's powerful in its application. And so what I see mostly with sales is people who are action-oriented, just telling you what they like. Like, this is how you sell. You just go aggressive and well, not everybody is, only 25% roughly of the world is action-oriented. And so you're going to basically, I won't say ostracize, but you're going to unknowingly alienate people. The best way to sell is read people and then be like Bruce Lee. Can we pull up that Bruce Lee quote? Which one is can you pull up Bruce Lee on this one?
Yeah, Frank's back there.
Bruce Lee water video. This is what you want to be if you want to sell. Trust me. And
Might have to type in water.
Bruce Lee water. Is it frozen? Huh?
It's loading.
Are you connected to the internet? Yeah. Well, we'll see. If we can't pull it up, you guys might have seen that little quote. All right, I can pull it up right here. Let me do it right here. I'll just do it on my phone. Remember, whenever you got to close a deal, this right here, Bruce Lee like water. I'll pull it up on YouTube. Let's see if you can hear.
This is what it is, okay? I said, empty your mind. Be formless, shapeless, like water. Now you put water into a cup, it becomes the cup. You put water into a bottle, it becomes the bottle. You put it in a teapot, it becomes the teapot. Now water can flow, or it can crash. Be water, my friend.
There you go. It's one of the greatest sayings that Bruce Lee ever recorded. Be water. You want to be great at sales? Realize all people aren't the same. It's the biggest mistake in sales books that I read. The biggest mistake. And I'll go head to head with, in a one-on-one situation, depends on the situation. I think I can sell with anybody. And I think I got the numbers to back that too. I'm not the only good salesman in the world. There's people who are better than me. But with this system, I can beat people who are even better than me in sales, skills, because I have the ability to move between these type of people. For example, if you're selling, let's say you're a boss or the person on the phone, or you've got an agency and you're trying to close a customer for your social media marketing or your e-com, or even your Amazon. If you're doing an e-com agency, you're doing Amazon, or even you're doing online sales, which could be online marketing, like you're creating a video. Practical people like numbers. They like hard facts, like Bob, Susie, the reason you should buy from us is we're 17% cheaper than our nearest competitor. We're 28% more effective. Now that doesn't work on an emotional person, because emotional people don't process things through the lens of logic. So an emotional person goes, oops, I got another Bruce Lee video going on. Bruce Lee's continuing to be water on my phone. Let me turn this off. So with this system, this PACE system that I've been teaching, I think since at least 2014, mostly to my people who work for me. I haven't really made this public because this is part of like remember I said ninja skills? This is part of my ninja skills. You don't always want everybody to know your ninja skills. That's why I'm just doing this for 7 days, opening this test group. What works here definitely doesn't work. By the way, these are opposites, P and S. Believe it or not, practical and emotional are not 100% opposite. Okay, they're more like 90 degrees, not 180 degrees. A's and E's somewhat, A's and S's go together well. P's and E's go together somewhat. P and S's oppose each other. E's and A's oppose each other, okay? And S and P's oppose each other. So you have to understand your style. You have to read yourself first. If you're a P, you got to understand 25% of people you meet, you're naturally going to turn them away with your style of persuasion, closing, and sales. Those of you who are, E's, you're naturally going to, because E's are emotional and they're always worried about the worst case situation. They're also always a little bit negative. If you're an A, you're an action-based person. You're like, let's go do this. Let's quit our job. Let's make a lot of money. Let's go, let's go, let's go. And you make that mistake. Okay, we've got a lot of people on here watching. So those of you who came, we got 2,500 on YouTube, 1,636 on Insta. How many on Facebook? Lowly Facebook here only has 158. How's our lowly Twitter? What are we on Twitter, Rick? Like 12 people? Twitter live. 61. Woo! Let's do another $100 giveaway. I'm rewarding people that have been paying attention for this whole time. Okay? So I'm going to go through what I had on the page. In sales, I said what's one of the hardest type of sales you could ever learn on would be what kind of sales? What kind of sales? Rick, you cannot win the $100. Let's go. Instead of survey says, we got live stream says, boom. All this live stream stuff is so cutting edge. Like, no, it's crazy. Nobody's doing live streams and doing direct sales on live streams. I guarantee you I'll have more people watching this than we're at any basketball stadium. The Lakers got beat by the Grizzlies or something today, Zach. Hey, is there one of those
Kings are making
waters?
playoffs, not Lakers. Yeah,
Oh, sweet. I have there's about this much left. Thank you, Rick, for...
no. Well, I put you on my water line.
Oh. Why does this say AIDS immunity if you drink this water? I'm pretty sure you're not legally allowed to say that. Do you see that? Where did we get this water?
I bought it at Shell.
This was at Shell? No way. I gotta put this on. I'm not even gonna put this on my social media. It says AIDS immunity. Somebody's gonna get in trouble with the FTC. You just go drink our water and you can't get diseases?
I want to make their commercials.
What in the world? That's wild. Please.
You didn't get AIDS. Well,
I drink water from Shell. I gotta look at. I gotta be like, is this label legal? This is crazy. I gotta put this on. Guys, we just got this water. I'm doing my live stream here. We just got this water from Shell gas station. Is this legal to say the benefit of drinking water? This water brand? That's insane.
do they have one for herpes?
Zach can not ruin my thing. All right, let me edit Zach out here at the end.
Edit what?
But that's crazy.
Can I get your anti-chlamydia water?
This can't even be. All right, I got to do this one more time. Zach always got
Be
to.
quiet.
Hey guys, I got this water at the Shell station. Is this legal to say that a benefit of drinking Alkal-8 is this? That's nuts. That is insane. Okay, first rule of sales, don't oversell the benefits. Because you definitely cannot claim, I don't even want to drink this water. What state of mind were these people in? Thank you, Rick. That is crazy. You guys see this? Okay, who made this water? It says it's manufactured in Escondido, California. Water quality. Can we call? I gotta call this number right now while I'm live. 1-800. This is insane. I got it.
Somebody said it's holy water.
This holy water. This is to kill vampires. I'm calling this right now. This says AIDS immunity if you drink this water. We got this from Shell Station. I'm gonna put it on speakerphone. I'm not the only person calling. Everyone's calling at once.
Is it true?
1-800-877-377-9132. By the way, please recycle it, Rick. Okay. So that brings up a good point.
I think it's saying it aids your immunity. Right? Like,
It helps.
Oh,
Helps your immunity.
that makes sense.
It don't matter. They know that that's a double entendre. They know. Okay.
You're doing the giveaway for this.
Oh, what was my giveaway? Sorry. Let me scroll. Let me look here. I haven't looked at Instagram for a second. Okay, the answer. Sing Hanuj. Wow. Sing Hanuj 22 said life insurance. I know a lot of you said it. Remember, it's the first person I see. So we got a winner on Instagram. By the way, you've got less than 7 days, or you have 7 days actually, to get into, I'm doing a 4-month certification, sales and closing black belt system training. It's a test group. You go to tylopez.com/sales. I announced it a little while ago, and we already got the first person in. Right away, somebody got in. I haven't even looked at the statistics. All right. But yeah, this one will actually close in 7 days, so you won't be able to get in. It's not like, I'm not going to keep it open at a higher price. I'm just going to completely close it. Okay, hold on. Oh, there we go. Jamie. Karan Lacroix on Twitter just got in. Yeah, let me find, I gotta scroll back. Let me find the first, I think you're the second person, Karan. I like to keep track whenever I launch these test groups, because I've been launching these, getting crazy results for now 6 years. And I didn't always keep track of who the first person was. I can look back through our database, but it's cooler to find. Let me find this first person. What time was that? There it is. Ceci Terraquez in Littleton, Colorado. Off my Snapchat, I posted it. You can see it right here. Cesare. But you were the second that just got in now, so cool. What's going on, guys? Ty, I want success. You leave clues. I need a friend like Ty Lopez. You do a class on copywriting. That's another class. That's a whole nother thing. But I'm going to tell you this. Okay, let's go through. So you got all the tools in the modern world that are insane. From WeWork to having an office that you don't have to lock yourself in 10 years. You got Alipay, Alibaba, AliExpress, right? Where you can do drop shipping. You got Shopify to build quick websites. Amazon, you can be selling online on the largest portal ever created by man. You have social media marketing. The youngest billionaire in history, Kylie Jenner, sold her makeup just off her Snapchat and Instagram. You got affiliate ways to make money through ClickBank and affiliate networks. You have Upwork to find talent, virtual assistants. You can find people now working with you from around the world, talented people. I'm going into 33 countries. I've been about 7 already for many years. Stripe to process all this. But if you want to make money, it's all held together by sales and persuasion. I've seen so many people go into different programs, buy different books, and over again, the people that don't get the results are the people who suck at sales and persuasion. Whether it be creating a persuasive video, if you look at, pull up Dollar Shave Club video. This video right here, because it was persuasive, and I'm gonna break down. I'm doing a 7-day free training. During the 7-day free training, if you like it, you can get in the 4-month certification program. But during that, Tom, I want you, look at this.
I'm Mike, founder of DollarShaveClub.com. What is DollarShaveClub.com? Well, for $1 a month, we send high-quality razors right to your door. Yeah, $1. Are the blades any good? No. Our blades are great. Each razor has stainless steel blades and...
Pause there for a second. Pause. Go back. Let me show you. By the way, what he did right there, for those of you who don't know, that's called pattern interruption. So I was talking about more ninja advanced stuff. The reason, and also right here, is called availability bias. He understood one of the 25 cognitive biases. By the way, he sold his company. He was an actor, a broke actor in Hollywood. I remember when he started, I believe it was 2013, he sold his company for $1.3 or $1.2 billion to Unilever. Not a bad exit. I bet you he owned at least 15% of it, which means and it was all built off this video, which was persuasive. And he probably, my guess is he pocketed on the low end $200 million. I don't know him personally, but Google invited me to give a talk, and they're the head of marketing and all this. So he did a pattern interrupt. He knew that at this time people would start to get bored. He walked through just randomly a piece of paper, but he also has this there because he wanted to make a strong point, and he understood that different types of people, going back to here, with the PACE system, you have to know how to read people. And so people who are more practical, right? They tend to be visual learners. They need to read it. Those people who are action-based tend to be real quick. They're like sharp. They didn't need to read it. They could hear him say, when he said, our blades are beep, great, right? So because this is called, by the way, I'll try to get a little, we got 4 minutes. How much money do we have left to give away on Instagram?
You gave away 400.
So I got $600. Instagram, when this goes, we're going to reset it. Come back and win the $600. Dimensionalizing is moving between these PACE personality types. So that's what he did here. This is stuff that they don't teach you at school at all. Nobody understands this. There's not one class I've ever seen in the world that talks about dimensionalization of personality types. This is like advanced PhD stuff. In fact, this is some ways too advanced for most 99% of people on this call. But I will be going into this in the 4-month program. You learn this, you make money from anywhere in the world. You lose all your money, you'll have it right back. Mark Cuban, I know, and I was talking to him, and I said, hey, what would you do if you lost all your money? He said, I'd just start over in sales. He said, that's how I started, selling door-to-door trash bags, he told me. If you could sell, you're going to be good, you know? Todd, you have to be a celebrity to make great sales. No, this guy wasn't a celebrity, he was a nobody. But he's a wealthy nobody. Do you know this guy? Or do you follow him on Instagram? Anybody know his name? No. But he made more money than any social media influencer in the last couple of years. I mean, not than any, than most social media influencers. Okay. Ty, can you talk about the best types of sales that you recommend in getting into before real estate? All you real estate agents, all you people in my social media marketing programs, all you people doing online sales, all you affiliate, if you don't know how to sell as a black belt, by the way. So I do jujitsu. You got white belt, blue belt, purple belt, brown belt, black belt, then you have coral belt, then you have a red belt. Coral belt and red belt, I have an even more advanced system, but that's not open to the public right now. So I'm gonna give you the black belt system, okay? I'm gonna give you the black belt system. I'm gonna teach you the blue belt, the purple belt, the brown belt, the black belt. You're already a white belt. White belt you get for nothing. So I'm not gonna teach you how to get a white belt. You are a white belt if you haven't been in this program. So I got 4 belts. It's a 4-month certification program. I'm gonna put the link below. Or you can just go to tylopez.com/sales, or just go to my website. It'll be right there in the middle. It's closed in 7 days. I'm not doing this. I'm not gonna train. I'll do these free trainings for tens of thousands of people at a time, but the intricate 4-month program, yeah, I'm not gonna do that. So Ty, black belt system, gotta get your butt kicked before you earn the path to get there. There you go. Ty, I'm a green belt. Yeah, jiu-jitsu doesn't have green belt. Other things have green belt, but yeah. Ty, what do you think it is about you, Ty, that contributes to your selling ability? Training. I was trained. There's some people that are a little more natural at sales, but that's irrelevant. If I put a non-natural salesperson through this, they'd be better than most natural salespeople, just from training. There's no person naturally good at jiu-jitsu. There's some people who are like kind of athletic, but I could take an unathletic person, if they became a black belt in jiu-jitsu, they'll beat anybody who is athletic with no training. Anybody, really. So, someone wants, finish playing this video here. We still got $600 to give away. 1,600 people.
Each razor has
Pattern interrupt.
blades, an aloe vera lubricating strip, and a pivot head. It's so gentle a toddler could use it. And do you like spending $20 a month on brand name razors? 19 go to Roger Federer. I'm good at tennis. And do you think your razor needs...
Pause there. That was called self-deprecation. That's an important part in sales. He like said, I'm good at tennis, but then he missed, right? So he was trying to show, that's called liking bias in the cognitive biases. To make yourself likable, you have to be self-deprecating. Some of the greatest salespeople in the world you don't think are salespeople are like Warren Buffett. And he's very self-deprecating. Does that make sense? Ty, what do you think of Jordan Belfort's system? Yeah, he has a good system, I think.
Instagram just stopped.
Oh, so you need to reset Instagram. Ty, how much do you think the packaged water industry is worth? Well, ready to drink, yeah. Jiu-jitsu would get mauled by a wrestler. Not really. But remember, wrestlers are trained that you shouldn't go on your back. Jiu-jitsu, being on your back is your main defensive position. Anyone notice the symbolics behind the paper around his neck? I don't want anyone else near my face with a shark. You're talking about this? Yeah, he's catching your attention with many little things, you know? Matt Hughes almost killed Gracie. No, Matt Hughes did not beat mixed martial artists. I mean, he eventually got... I was just watching Matt Hughes. Look at George St. Pierre. Destroyed Matt Hughes. George St. Pierre trains under the main teacher who does jiu-jitsu in New York City, but he also is well-rounded. You got to read. Some people don't know nothing about history. You know Google exists. You can't just make up theories anymore about who's better. Ty, does anyone have the Insta link? You can just go to tylopez.com/sales. And I want to say, this is not the cheapest program that I have out there. Okay? Why? I don't know, because I guess I don't want to make a $10 version of it, and I don't necessarily want to take 100,000 people through my sales black belt training. I pretty much reserve it for people who work for me, just so you know. It's mostly for people who work for me, but I decided to make this available because I did a Twitter poll a few days ago. Okay. Let's see here. How do I give away this 600? Da-da-dee.
That's what the bias was, that first bias he had.
Okay. What is the first thing that he did? I'm going to be giving away $100 right now. $100 right now. What did I say he did when he ran through that piece of paper to increase the the likelihood that people pay attention? What did he do? Somebody said, sell me this Rager. Ty, maybe too much stuff going on could distract people from the actual sell. Somebody said sex. No. There we go. Joshimar Senega said pattern interrupt.
On what platform?
On YouTube. You got to reply, Joshimar Senega. You got to reply with your Cash App or PayPal. Ty, Google says your net worth is only $5 million. Forget Google. Google don't know nothing about me. That's from 10 years ago. And who cares? It's funny. People go, Google says your net worth is only $5 million. Let's say my net worth is only $5 million. That's still a lot. People are stupid. And people, you can't compare people. Remember, Warren Buffett, now my net worth is not $5 million, but I'm just saying, why is that a thing? You can't compare me with people that are way older than me. People are like, well, this 70-year-old's net worth is $500 million. Well, he's 70. You ever heard of compounding? For those of you, if you can be worth $5 million when you're young, you let that sucker compound, you might not be Jeff Bezos, but you'll have a couple $100 million by the time you retire. So, I don't know. I never understood that one. But now people are trying to guess. 500 billion. No, my net worth is not 500 billion. Your net worth, I would guess, Ty, is conservatively 50 million. I mean, look, one of my companies that I own is worth, Mentor Box. I won't even say, but it's worth a lot. Someone said, Ty, my net worth is negative. 10 million in loans? What did you do, man? See, you didn't know how to negotiate deals. Real estate, if you don't negotiate the deal right, you're going to get destroyed. Hiring people, you don't negotiate right, you're going to have your payroll too high. Come on, man. Can person be financially free in 3 years? Yeah. Yeah. I mean, it depends. If you're starting, this one dude's starting 10 million. Somebody said, well, Google also says Trump's hair is real. What is it? Is Trump's hair, what? I don't even know. Zach, what do you think Trump's hair is? Because see, Zach is a Trump supporter. He loves Trump. So you will give me unbiased. I like to know, you got to know who's going to give you unbiased advice.
Jimmy Fallon pulled it.
So what do you think it could be? Is it like hair
no
plugs
bald
off the
spot.
back or something?
I don't know.
One of those surgeries?
I don't know, because he's had that hairstyle since the 80s.
Oh, he's had the same hair.
Yeah, I think it's real hair, but I think he tries to cover up a bald spot.
Somebody says he has badger hair. Comb over. All right. Let's not talk about Trump's hair. By the way, I'm going to tell you this. For those of you who hate Trump, you better get somebody. You better buy this program for whoever runs for the Democratic nomination or whoever wins the Democratic, because Hillary Clinton, even though she won the popular vote, she didn't win the electoral vote, which means she didn't understand applied, focused persuasion. You have to persuade the electoral college states. And Donald Trump understood that and he won. So if you love Trump, you better understand sales. If you hate Trump, the way out is sales, unfortunately. And let me just say this. People think that sales means pushy. No. That it means manipulative. No. Let me define sales for you, because this is a huge thing. Sales is getting people to hear your side of the story. That's it. The definition, sales equals listen to your side of the story. You do know that most people aren't listening to you when you're talking, right? Seriously. Most people are not listening to you because they're thinking about their own thing, they're ignoring you, they have short attention span, you're not saying it very persuasively, so they're just doing other stuff. Someone said, did the bus fall down, Ty? No, that was Rick Rapp. Rick did a Shaquille O'Neal. He got his foot wrapped around the cord. Trump was talking to everyone. Hillary was talking to Trump and her crew. I mean, I bet you Hillary would have won if she had taken Bernie Sanders for her vice president. Don't you think, Zach? She only needed a few more votes. Bernie he brings a lot of hate. I don't like Bernie policy, you know. Someone said he's old, he doesn't know what he's doing. Ty, will your e-com agency program work for artists and musicians? Yeah. I mean, the agency programs that I have work, but a lot of them are closed, or, you know, they're closed, so you can't get in them.
E-com agency still.
Beto 2020. You think Beto will win?
No. Oh, he might get the nomination.
Zach hopes that Beto wins. I'll tell you who would give Trump a run for the money.
Beto, please.
Zach, I'll tell you who will give Trump a run. I think Trump's scared of one person. That's Michelle Obama. If you talk about persuasive, people who love her way more than people who like Beto or, I mean, I don't know. She's got a book out. It's like one of the best-selling autobiographies in history. Ty, can you do an email marketing course? We will in this 4-month black belt program, we will get into some email marketing stuff. It's not only email marketing. Remember, so you basically have sales is getting people to listen to your side. So let me just ask you this. Do you want people to listen to you? Learn this black belt system. Go through the 4-month, get the certification. Somebody asked, will this help you in your social life? Will this help you in your dating life? Well, most of the time when you go on a date, the person on the other side is just by listening to themselves. Really. They're there like narcissistically. They're just like, what can you do for me? They're not even listening, you know, to your side of the story. When you're trying to get a job and you're talking to your boss about a raise or hiring you, they're not thinking about you. They're thinking about other stuff in their life. But if you're persuasive, all of a sudden they're like, hey, oh, really? I better hire you. I've had people try to get a job with me in the least persuasive way ever. I mean, what's the least persuasive thing? I put up a job post if you want to come work with me. I got 8,000 people in 1 week applied. And some of them are just ridiculous. I'm like, you must optimize literally to make sure I don't hire you. People are like, you better hire me. For example, this is not a great way to get somebody interested. Or people, we've had people come in for jobs. What's the craziest thing we've had someone ever come in for a job? Well, I'll tell you this. I'll tell you a crazy thing someone did, and I actually hired him. There was a guy. It's a kind of a cool story. I haven't told this story in a long time, but in 2014, I think, a guy, his name was Christopher Lopez. I think it was on my social media a little bit in 2015. I'm in my garage, actually the same garage that I shot my garage video, because I used to have a gym and an office in there. I think little ninja tip, build a gym office, because or else you're gonna get out of shape. Every time I have a gym office, I get in shape. Whenever I don't, I'm out of shape. Jerome says, time in my 40s, is it too late for me to be a beast at this? Nope. That was about the time Ray Kroc was going door to door selling milkshake machines before he didn't get into McDonald's till in his 50s. This guy comes to my garage while I'm working out. He goes, Ty, you don't know me. I'm homeless right now. And I occasionally, my grandpa lets me sleep there once in a while. My parents, I think his parents had died. His mom and dad had died. I live with my grandpa. I'm basically homeless. Can I work for you, man? I said, how did you find my house? This is back before I had Snapchat. I barely had, I had Instagram, but he's like, I've been walking here for 2 days. Or he's like, first of all, he walked from Long Beach to Hollywood, which is, I think, 37 miles. Okay? I was born in Long Beach. It's far. Then he came and he walked around up in the Hollywood Hills till he found a house that looked like my house, which was crazy. That's hard. You guys know where I live. Like, imagine trying to find that house randomly. He found it, and I ended up giving him a job. I said, I'll hire you for a short period of time. And I did. I gave him a job for, I think, a year. Then he went off. He started doing network marketing. He learned sales. He did stuff. I trained him as best I could. I wasn't with him every day or anything, but he worked. And then he went, and I saw him about a year later in an airport. I shot a video. I still have the video. It was on my social media. And he said, Ty, I want you to know I have multiple streams of income. He was like, he would go up to Alaska. I think he was like a fisherman. You know how you make all that money, like wildest catch? He would do that. He goes, I do that for 3 months. Then I saved up all the money that I made, and I bought a couple of his family's from Mexico. But he started buying up real estate. He's like, I have either 1 or 2 apartment complexes that I bought, and my income now is like $4,000 to $8,000 a month. He was like 24 by that time. So by learning sales, learning how to build multiple streams of income, he had learned how to do network marketing. It was like a coffee or something. I forget. I can't remember the whole story, but I meet a lot of people now like start stuff. This is 2015. I remember because this is when we moved into the Sunset Plaza office. And he had that, and then he went all the way to Alaska. He convinced somebody to give him a job. Then he did the negotiations and bought a couple apartments. And then you have to learn how to read people, because if you let the wrong people in your apartment complex, they will destroy your place. And so he learned that, and it's a cool story. I haven't talked to him since. Anyway. Can you teach me? I need to increase sales in my barber shop. Once again, now, there's 2 things that you got to do. Let me just explain this. There's sales and marketing. So what's the difference Who knows the difference between sales versus marketing? What is the difference? I'm gonna give $100 to the first answer that I defined this on my Snapchat earlier today. What's the difference between sales versus marketing? $100. We still got $400 to give. What is the difference? Because someone asked me about their barbershop. We got 3,700 people on YouTube, 545 on Instagram. Sales is convincing and marketing is exposure. No. But getting warmer maybe. Sales is telling your story. Marketing is the promotion of your story. Marketing is advertising. Sales is pitching. Let's see. Oops, sorry. 60 new Facebook comments. Sales is you move a product. The marketing, you try to get them interested. Marketing gets the phone to ring. Sales is what happens once you get it. Sales is active. Marketing is passive. Ooh, I wouldn't say that. Marketing leads to sales. Marketing gets sales. I mean, sales you do, marketing works for you. That's warmer on Facebook. What do we got on Instagram? Marketing is driving traffic and sales is what comes after the traffic. Marketing is advertising. Well, okay, some of this is semantics because it's however you want to define it. You could say that online advertising is sales, or you could call it marketing. I'm just going to give you what I talked about on my social media earlier. Say sales is getting attention of the people. Sales is the theory, marketing is the practice. Nobody's gotten it. I posted it, it's on my Snapchat right now. Sales is pushing the product, marketing is telling a story. Sales is selling the commodity versus marketing. Man, nobody, come on. Sales is money marketing. Marketing is a Facebook ad and sales are conversions. Marketing should make selling superfluous. Sales is your work ethic. Marketing is the work done. Come on. I gave it on my Snap, right? Who's getting this $100? I keep it simple. KISS. Keep it simple, stupid. There. Mike Cass on YouTube. Mike said marketing is automation of sales. That's how I define it. Again, it's semantics. You can define it. The question for the $100 was, what did I say on my social media earlier? So Mike Cass, please reply right now on YouTube or we can't send you the money. What's your Cash App or PayPal email? YouTube does not have good DM system. Mike Cass, we need your email to pay you. So this is how I think about it. Marketing, like what we do online, you guys see my YouTube videos probably. Most people in the world, in the United States have seen them. Oh, there we go. Mike says, yo, Ty, Mike, what's up, man? Not you, Iron Mike. There's another guy swooping in for this 100 named Iron Mike. No, Mike Cass. You just put Mike Cass. Mike Cass, I need your email. Marketing is automated sales. But here's the thing. You can't automate everything. To me, sales is more one-to-one. Okay? It could be one-to-one on chat. It could be one-to-one on email. It could be one-to-one in person. It could be one-to-many on stage. I would consider that somewhat similar. But at the end of the day, if it's automated, to me, it's marketing. So I have a marketing team. We have all kinds of automated funnels, automated VSLs, automated commercials. They're running all the time. When I sleep, that thing's just running. And it's running to the tune of, between, let's say, $50,000 to $500,000 a day. We do through automatic marketing. Okay? That's kind of like my goal. And then sales, I've got a phone sales team. I'm in a way doing sales to you guys because I'm answering one-on-one questions. This is not fully automated. I'm not a hologram. Here's MentorBox today. Did $20,200. We don't even have marketing on today. I think we're testing something. That's just recurring stuff. But if you say, when we turn marketing on a MentorBox, we do like 50 to 70,000 a day. right now. And that's automation. And that's a separate skill, you know what I'm saying? That when I do this right here, I got to take my time and talk to you and answer Raina Jones or Don Jabra. Ty, how did $40 change your life? Obi the King 100 on Instagram app. See, I'm talking to him one-on-one. $40? $40 made me realize I was in big trouble. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes you got to go low before you go up, unfortunately. Sometimes you got to go low before you get up. Ty, you're not cracking your phone? Man, that's why I have this crazy OtterBox, which now has become like viral. I found somebody who's like, I bought this green. Because people say this is ugly, but that's fine, because it stands out. I've seen people all have the same color. There was a party, people all had the same color iPhone cases, and they all, people grabbed somebody else's phone. Ty, did you watch the Oscars? No. Ty, you're really good at your craft, bro. Top notch. Thank you. I don't know if I'm trying to get better every day. So I want you guys, you need to learn marketing. But a lot of the things that I've been training people, like an e-com agency, a social media marketing agency, on doing an Amazon agency, all these things, you got to be able to talk to people one-on-one. If you want to get a client to pay you $2,500 a month to manage their social media or to manage their e-com, like, you're not going to do that. You can do it on automated webinar funnels, but I'd rather generate the lead and talk to people on the phone, man. That's, if you ask me, when I'm going after, like, I've done big deals. I've done deals where I get $1 million check from somebody. Anybody here ever had $1 million check? I've closed deals where someone hands me a $250,000. I remember the first time someone handed me a $250,000 check. I don't know if this is when you were around, Rick. Rick fell asleep. This is like 2004. It's the first big check that I ever did in a deal, and someone just wrote a check and it's like $250. I remember being like, wow, because I didn't have that much money. I had a little money back then. I was making like $8,000 a month or so. That's somewhere around there. I'd say 6 figures I was making. But this person just wrote 250,000, and then put the little 0/100, and then wrote out the words 2TWO50. I remember going, that's a big check. So I closed a $250,000 deal, but since then I've seen bigger and bigger deals. And when you start closing, $1 million check, do you really want to try to automate that? You think you're gonna automate sales? You think you're gonna have a commercial, a Super Bowl commercial that people are gonna go, yeah, let's write million? No, rich people don't work that way. You have to convince them in person. Does that make sense? Ty, have you ever had a deal go bad? Yeah, I mean, you have deals that don't close. You can't close people. And usually it comes, almost always. So sales is a combination, by the way. Sales here is a combination of reading people, okay, plus understanding life cycles of leads. Okay? Life cycles. These are two things. That equals the money. You got to both know how to read people, but you got to also understand life cycles, because you can't make somebody write you a $250,000 check when they're not ready. Okay, Mikey Kasang, that's your Cash App. Okay. $ Mikey Kasang at Cash App.
Yeah, I got it.
You got it?
Yep.
We're going to get, how much money we got left? Ty, tell us closing techniques. Okay, so
400.
I got 400 left to give.
And we're at 10% on one of the phones.
Which one?
Twitter. We
Okay.
want to be on Instagram, but we have a backup for Instagram.
It's okay. We're about done. And if Twitter dies, we only have
54 people.
54 people. All you people on Twitter. Man, YouTube keeps rising. We're at 3,838. People are arguing who said it first. Remember, you might have said something first. It's just whenever I notice it. I gotta see it, because there's a lot of people on here, believe it or not. All right, what else was I gonna say? Oh, somebody asked me for an actual example. So here's the thing on closing. You can get rid of this Dollar Shave Club guy behind me. We're gonna, in the 4-month program, okay, I want to take you from blue belt, purple belt, brown, and the goal is black belt. Okay? Oops, I wrote belt. Black. Black belt, okay? Now, in order to be here, a black belt can close 10,000, 20,000, 40,000, 50,000. Maybe not $1 million deal is more like when you're, there's belts beyond this. There's like coral belt and red belt in jiu-jitsu. Coral belt is a hybrid. My teacher, Higa Machado, has a coral belt. And so when we think about this, one of the stages you've got to learn is how to close deals. But here's the secret to closing is opening it correctly. That's the secret. Just think about like social life. What's the secret to making a friend or to getting a date go on a second date with you? Is it the final sentence that you say to them? No, it's how good the rest of the experience was. If you take a girl out or a guy or whatever, and you meet at Starbucks for an hour, and the goal is to close them and persuade them to go on a second date with you, if the first 58 minutes are crap, there's nothing you can say in the last 2 minutes that will close. So you can't polish a turd. People always ask me that. Ty, this is what I interpret. They don't say this. Ty, I have a horrible business idea. How do I market this? I'm like, you don't. Ty, I've had horrible conversations with this customer. How do I close them? You can't. You cannot polish a turd. You hear me? You can't do it. So the key to closing is opening. Now, with that said, you do have to know how to close. Hold on one second, guys. Whoops. And a lot of people are afraid of closing, but the main thing is know how to open and then understand the life cycle of the sale. For example, if somebody don't have a $10,000 in their bank account, you can't close a $10,000 deal very easily unless you try to convince them to go in debt or rob a bank. So part of it is also knowing who you're trying to close. That's why I said reading people. First thing I do when I talk to somebody, I got to know what their budget is. It's amazing how many people teach sales and forget that. They just teach people, read this script and then close. I'm going, wait a second. You telling me you're going to sell somebody a $1,000 item who has $100 in bank account? Math doesn't add up. Math doesn't add up. So the beginning of the open is understanding the person, understanding their psychometric type, if they're a P, A, an S, or an E, understanding where they are in this product buying cycle. Like, are they somebody just tire kicking? They're not ready, they're just window shopping? For me, a big part of why I use marketing is to cut through in an automated fashion. Bring me the people that are actually interested now so I don't waste my time. You see what I'm saying? What I do with people that aren't ready, I put them on my email list. And that's the thing, it's mind-blowing. Nightclubs, I used to own a nightclub, be in the nightclub business, but now I go to Vegas, I go to these big, huge clubs. They don't even get your text or email. What I used to do in my club, I'd be like, if you are on the VIP email list, you get to go in the shorter line. People would sign up and I would hire good-looking people, men and women, to walk around. And this is before there was even iPads. Now I just hand out iPad, walk around, be like, put your email in, and then they have to verify it, so they can't give you a fake email, right? They got to double opt in or text. If nightclubs would do that, they would build this monster list that they could close continually. So, but that takes sales in person at first, and then you can automate it later, if that makes sense. So Ty says, Iron Mike says, I can 10x your company, Ty. Great, do it. I'm happy. If somebody thinks they know more than me in business, I'm like, good. I like to be around people who know more. Ty, I own a business, but looking for people in New York. Well, if you want to hire people, I was just talking to a friend of mine who has a $30 million supplement business. He was at this conference. His biggest thing that's keeping him to go from 6 to 60 million, he can't hire people. I'm like, that's sales. That's persuasion. You got to persuade people to work for you. People have a lot of options right now. Should I upgrade? I sell TVs and make 56 grand a year. Ty, is this better than Cardone University? I've never been through Cardone University, so I cannot answer that for you. I know Grant has sold a lot of stuff and knows a great bit about sales. The better way to think about it is, if it's me, you can make a lot of money in sales with no college degree from scratch. I'd learn from a lot of people. And mine's only open for 7 days. That was the difference. I'm not sure. I think his is open. I don't even know how it is. But Ty, you actually can polish a turd. Mythbuster did it. I would like to see that episode. Man, how hard is it to hire good workers? Not hard if you understood persuasion. Nice sweater, looks good on you. Thank you. Part of sales, also presentation. That's another thing. I'm going to talk about this for a second. People tell you to sell and persuade. They tell you have to wear a suit. Well, why? That's BS. But there's a time when you have to wear a suit. You have to know your audience. Some people will tell you, versus casual. Some people will tell you need to mirror. But mirroring is in many ways, I don't buy into the mirroring thing. You see people teaching this in sales and persuasion. They go, okay, you need to mirror the person. So if they're talking slow, you need to talk slow. If they're dressed in a suit, you need to wear a suit. I do not think that's true. What I think is true, there's a lot of people wearing suits that wish they weren't wearing a suit. So if I wear a suit when they're wearing a suit, I actually epitomize what it is they don't like in their life. Remember, a lot of people have to wear a suit. How many people would wear a suit if they didn't have to? Some people. I mean, I got a place in Manhattan. There, people like to wear suits. They like to do the power play. Boom. But, are most people like, Manhattan Wall Street types? No. So I do not buy into the thing that you always need to wear a suit. I do not buy into the mirroring thing. Some people talk fast because they're nervous. In fact, anxiety is massive. It's a massive issue in the modern world. So if somebody's anxious, most sales books teach you this, mirroring. Okay. Well, I reach a lot of people. In fact, I've reached for sure as many people as any sales trainer in history. I know that because I can just go, okay, I can show you guys. I don't know if any salesperson, here's my little YouTube analytics here. This is real time. My watch time since I started my channel in 2015. So I'm at 1.8 billion minutes watched. There's no sales trainer that I know of that's gotten 1.8 billion minutes. Let me see and then you never know how many are unique views, but let's just say 556 million views. That's people who have actually watched. YouTube is longer than 30 seconds. So if we use Instagram way of doing it or Facebook's, this would be at billions of minutes. So I'm just saying 100 million people have watched my stuff. I reached a lot of people. I can promise you this. Mirroring people doesn't always work. If I'm talking to a nervous person who talks really fast, like, hey, Ty, why should I do this? Best thing I can do is slow down. Mirroring, all these books out there are telling you to go fast because they're going fast. But then you increase their anxiety, so it doesn't build rapport. That's BS. The best way to build rapport is understand how to read people. If I know I'm talking to an anxious person, the best thing I can do is alleviate their anxiety, is to allay their fears. That's better Then good to go. Oh, you got two people in a room mirroring each other. We should try that one time, Zach. It's a social experiment. Just like keep escalating. One person's wearing a suit. I'm gonna wear like an even more formal suit. He's gonna come back the next day. We're gonna be wearing like old timey. I'm gonna have a monocle and a hat like the Mr. Peanut or whatever. I got a nickel, folks. I'll have my W.C. Fields cigar. I don't buy that. So I think that a lot of the stuff people teach in sales, I've tested it. I wished it worked, but it doesn't. If it would work, I would do it. You think I like making money? You think I'm going to be like, no, I want to do I have no theory that I'm attached to, except what's effective. By the way, you do not have to be an extrovert to be good at sales. That's a myth. I have some introverts who work for me. In fact, we just hired a new guy in my Manhattan office. He went through out of 8,000 people, he basically the first one I've hired out of that 8,000. And he's from New Jersey, kind of Manhattan. And the cool thing about it is this dude's an introvert, but he can turn it on and off. And because he's an introvert, remember, half the world's an introvert. Extroversion and introversion, if you look at something like the Myers-Briggs or the Hexaco score or the Big Five models, it pretty much comes out 50-50, roughly. I think certain countries, believe it or not, America has more extroverts than, let's say, Norway or Sweden. And the reason is because of migration patterns. Dr. David Buss actually studied this. Islands in the Mediterranean have more introverts than people who migrated to the big cities of in Athens, Greece, or Rome, Italy. That attracts. So big cities actually have more extroverts. Not always. That's a blanket statement, which is never 100% accurate. But Sandra says she's an extrovert salesman. What's up?
You want me to go ahead and kill this like at 1%? I don't know if it'll save it.
Yeah, you can. Yeah, you can stop it. Sales is the exchange of a commodity for money. The action of selling something. Marketing is the science of supply and demand. No, that is definitely not true. It sounds good. You used a lot of words. Marketing is not the science of supply and demand. I mean, maybe economics speaks to supply and demand. There is no exact science of supply and demand, but that's an economic theory. That's not it. But good try. I will give you warmer. Ty, I want to see Ty get in a boxing match with Putin. I don't want to mess with Putin, man. That dude. Zach said, why don't you just leave it on there?
Because it was going to die.
No, I'm saying, why don't you just stop it and leave it on there to weigh the thing? Why take it off? Why do we have so many introverts in this world? Oh, easy. Because it's called, the actual technical term for this, oh man, it's not assortive matching, but there's a scientific word for this. Okay.
3% on Instagram too.
All right, Instagram, we're about to reset. How much money we have left to give? Let's give it away. You got 7 days. Putting the link below. There's a link in YouTube, Instagram, Twitter, Facebook. You got 7 days. Who's going to get in this? Next 4 months, I'm going to take you to black belt level in sales, persuasion, closing. We got $400 one person's going to get right now. So here's how this goes. I'm going to reward people who have been paying attention.
We'll come right back.
What?
On Instagram, we'll come right back. You want?
Is it dead?
It's like at 3%. So I was going to go to this phone.
Well, I'm just going to give it away right now. You should have these on low battery mode. Do you have one? Here we go. For $400, how much? No, let's see. For $400, what's the name of the company that the guy used one viral video to grow and sell his company for over $1 billion? What's the name of that company? All right, I'm going to turn away for a second. For $400, if you've been paying attention, it was just up here. I'm rewarding people for paying attention. What's the name of the company that I showed their ad, their viral video? What's the name of that company? Okay, I'm going to not look for a second. I'm going to give how much time we got left on Instagram? How much battery we have?
It's about 2% now.
I'm gonna give you guys a second. Okay. Here we go. Okay, Rick, tell me when to stop. I'm rotating my finger without looking between. You can't look. Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, and YouTube.
No whammies, and stop.
Okay, YouTube, which is already going crazy. 4,300 people on it. Okay, it's not the first person to say it. It's the first one I see. That's a very hard concept for people to get. So I need to be better at sales, which is the art of getting people to understand what I'm saying. It's not the first person who wrote it, because I can't see 4 platforms at once. It's the first one I see when I look at the platform, which I haven't done yet. Okay, Rick, tell me when to stop.
And stop.
The winner is, holy crap, Shannon Sutton, Dollar Shave Club. Shannon Sutton on YouTube. Reply. You can stop Instagram now. Shannon Sutton, Dollar Shave Club. Reply with your Cash App, your YouTube. You guys got 7 days. Click the link below or go to tylopez.com/sales for the 4-month black belt program. We need it. Shannon Sutton, we need your Cash App or your PayPal email address. Somebody said, Dollar Shave Club, spelled wrong. You deleted my comments? I definitely didn't delete your comments. They just got diluted in here. This is hard to win. Blessed Ballers, I never got the $100 in my Cash App. Blessed Baller, it's 9 o'clock at night. My staff isn't around. Can you have a little bit of patience? People are like, I won 3 seconds ago. This is a scam. The money.
Refreshed my app.
I refreshed my app. It's not instantly there. Yeah. Give me 3 days to get you the money, okay? I'll try to get it faster, but believe it or not, my staff is not actually waiting with their Cash App. Pay it. Boom. Ty, when are you opening your office? In India. Peach Sweater Club. India, I'm interviewing 2 people. I think they're in Mumbai right now. I've had an office in India before, and then I didn't have one for the last 10 years, and now I'm hiring people wherever they are talented. That's my better way of doing it. So if they're all talented in Antarctica, I will hire them there. If they're all in Los Angeles, I'll hire them there. Like, I don't really care. Did that person give their Cash App yet?
No, not yet.
Because I might have to pick another person. Shannon, don't lose this money. Shannon Sutton. Shannon Sutton. Gonna open an office in Dubai. Eventually, not yet. That is it. Slowly but surely, I'm trying to make it into 33 countries. But some are easier for us to get. Some we already have staff there. Like the UK, like London, like Germany,
I got it.
China. Did you get it?
Cash App.
It can be PayPal or Cash App. PayPal always shuts me down for giving away too much money. Yay for PayPal. If you use their service too much, they shut you down. It's a genius thing. Anybody out there who actually uses our service a lot, you're out.
You bought too much of our
The
bottled
genius
water.
of PayPal. No matter how long my account's been with PayPal, God knows how many years, they still don't trust. They still don't know. It's like Bank of America. It's like, I used to get my daily, I would get them. They would freeze my credit card for fraud prevention. Daily. That I would spend on Facebook and AdWords. I've spent every day for like a decade. There was a year, like 2015. Every day they'd shut it off. We get a call. Your account's been limited because there might be some fraudulent activity. Oh, what's that? Doing Facebook ads, which I called you yesterday about and authorized. And the day before, Never think people in business are smart. Smartest people in the world are probably recluses. Just remember that. Smartest people in the world are recluses. Business attracts the people that weren't smart enough to withdraw from society. I guess that's me. But that's why I have a farm, which I can withdraw half the time. Times 18 going straight into your courses. Awesome. Suggest me a book. I'm 15 years old. TyLopez.com/books. I got a whole bunch of them. All right, we're out. Talk to you guys later. What?